Too often, we measure our worth by external validation, what people think of us, say about us, or do for us. But true confidence and fulfillment come when you realize that you are enough as you are. Your value was determined before you were born, and no one has the power to redefine it. It's time to act like you are enough, to live with a sense of purpose and assurance that you were created whole and capable. The first step in embracing the truth that you are enough is to fully understand your identity. Identity is not something you acquire from external sources. It is intrinsic, embedded in your very being from the moment of your creation. The challenge most people face is that they look for their identity in the wrong places. They seek it in their achievements, possessions, titles, relationships, or the opinions of others. But these are temporary and unstable foundations. When any of these external factors shift, as they inevitably will, the sense of self crumbles along with them. Your identity must be rooted in something unchanging. It is not defined by what you have, where you live, or the recognition you receive. True identity flows from understanding why you were created and the unique purpose for which you exist. Each individual was crafted with intention, designed to fulfill a role that no one else can replicate. When you grasp this truth, you begin to see yourself differently. You are not an accident. You are not a product of randomness. You are a masterpiece designed for significance and meaning. This understanding brings stability. You no longer chase after fleeting things to prove your worth. You no longer bend to the opinions of others, seeking their approval as a validation of your existence. Instead, you stand firm, knowing that your identity is unshakable. This confidence is not arrogance, it is clarity. It is knowing that your worth is not tied to your performance or possessions, but to the very essence of who you are. To discover this identity, you must engage in reflection and self-awareness. Ask yourself the deeper questions: who am I? What was I created to do? What unique qualities and gifts do I possess that no one else has? This journey of discovery requires honesty and courage, as it will strip away the layers of false identity imposed by the world and reveal the core of your being. Once you uncover this truth, you begin to live with intentionality and purpose, no longer swayed by the shifting tides of external validation. Knowing your identity is the foundation of acting like you are enough. It sets you free from the need to prove yourself, because you recognize that your worth is already established. It is not dependent on your circumstances, and it cannot be diminished by failure or rejection. When you know who you are, you walk with confidence, not because of what you have done, but because of the unchangeable truth of your value. This is the power of understanding your identity. It liberates you to live authentically, boldly, and unapologetically, fully embracing the fact that you are enough. Recognizing your value is one of the most transformative revelations you can experience. Your value is not determined by what others think of you or by the circumstances you find yourself in. It is intrinsic, woven into the fabric of your being. Yet too often people live their lives unaware of their worth, allowing external forces to dictate how they see themselves. They compare, compete, and compromise, hoping to feel valued by gaining approval, possessions, or status. But none of these things can truly define or increase your value. They merely distract you from seeing the truth that has been present all along. Understanding your value begins with acknowledging that you are not ordinary. You were intentionally created with purpose and precision. Everything about you, your gifts, your personality, your experiences, was designed with care and intention. You are not a mistake, and nothing about you is accidental. Just as a masterpiece holds its worth regardless of where it is displayed or who critiques it, your value remains constant, untouched by external opinions or conditions. The problem arises when people tie their sense of worth to their achievements or relationships. When they succeed, they feel valuable. When they fail, they feel worthless. When others accept them, they feel important. When they face rejection, they question their significance. This unstable foundation leads to insecurity and endless striving as they seek to prove their worth through means that were never meant to define it. But true value does not fluctuate with circumstances. It is eternal, unchanging, and absolute. To truly recognize your value, you must detach it from performance and perception. Your worth is not something to be earned. It is a gift you already possess. This realization changes how you view yourself and how you approach life. You no longer need to chase after approval or validation because you are already complete. You stop living for others' opinions and start living from a place of confidence and self-assurance. When you know your value, you also begin to make better decisions. You no longer settle for less than what aligns with your worth. You set boundaries, protect your time, and refuse to allow others to diminish or define you. Recognizing your value gives you the courage to walk away from situations and relationships that do not honor who you are. It empowers you to pursue your purpose boldly because you know that your worth is not tied to the outcome, it is rooted in your being. Living with an awareness of your value also transforms your interactions with others. When you know your worth, you treat others with dignity and respect, not because you seek their approval, but because you understand the inherent value in every individual. This perspective fosters healthier relationships and a deeper sense of fulfillment. Recognizing your value is not a one-time revelation, but a daily practice. It requires reminding yourself of your worth, especially when life challenges it. It means silencing the voices of doubt and criticism, both internal and external, and standing firm in the truth of who you are. When you fully embrace your value, you stop looking outward for validation and start living from a place of unshakable confidence. This is the foundation for acting like you are enough, knowing that your worth has never been and will never be up for debate. Self-acceptance is the cornerstone of true confidence and peace. It is the ability to embrace yourself fully, including your strengths, weaknesses, successes, and failures. However, many people struggle with this concept, often living in a constant state of self-criticism and comparison. They focus on their flaws, magnify their mistakes, and undervalue their achievements. This creates a cycle of insecurity and dissatisfaction, preventing them from stepping into their full potential. But self-acceptance is not about ignoring your imperfections. It is about understanding that they do not define your worth. It is recognizing that you are a work in progress and that every part of your journey has a purpose. To accept yourself, you must first confront the fear of being vulnerable. It is natural to want to hide the parts of yourself that feel inadequate or imperfect. Yet these very aspects often hold the greatest lessons and opportunities for growth. When you avoid acknowledging them, you deny yourself the chance to learn from them and to transform. Acceptance does not mean resignation. It means looking at your reality with honesty and choosing to love yourself despite the imperfections. This process requires shifting your perspective. Many people tie their sense of worth to their performance or the approval of others. When they fail, they feel unworthy. When they are criticized, they feel diminished. But true self-acceptance comes from understanding that your value is inherent, not situational. Your mistakes do not define you. They are experiences that shape you. Your failures are not final. They are stepping stones to wisdom and resilience. When you begin to see yourself through this lens, you move away from self-condemnation and towards self-compassion. Accepting yourself also means embracing your uniqueness. You are not like anyone else, and that is by design. Your strengths, talents, and even your quirks are part of what makes you valuable. Trying to conform to someone else's image only robs the world of the authentic version of you. When you accept who you are, you stop striving to be someone you are not. Instead, you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, celebrating the qualities that make you distinct. Self-acceptance also involves letting go of the need for perfection. Perfection is an illusion that keeps you trapped in a cycle of frustration and disappointment. It is not your imperfections that hold you back, but your unwillingness to accept them. When you let go of this unattainable standard, you free yourself to grow. You begin to see challenges not as failures, but as opportunities to refine your character and expand your potential. Living in self-acceptance transforms your relationships. When you accept yourself, you stop seeking validation from others. This allows you to approach relationships with authenticity and confidence, no longer dependent on external affirmation to feel whole. You also become more compassionate toward others because you understand that everyone is on their own journey of growth and self-discovery. Finally, self-acceptance empowers you to move forward with purpose. It anchors you in the truth that you are enough as you are, even as you strive to grow and improve. It gives you the courage to pursue your dreams without fear of failure, knowing that your worth is not contingent on the outcome. It allows you to live with confidence and peace, fully embracing the reality that you are complete, unique, and valuable just as you are. Comparison is one of the most destructive habits you can engage in because it shifts your focus away from your unique purpose and potential. When you compare yourself to others, you inevitably fall into one of two traps. Either you feel inferior because you perceive others as more successful, attractive, or capable, or you feel superior because you believe you are better in some way. Neither of these outcomes is healthy, and both distort your view of yourself and your purpose. Comparison robs you of contentment, stifles your creativity, and prevents you from appreciating the path that has been uniquely designed for you. The truth is, no two individuals are the same. You were not created to be a replica of someone else. You were designed to be distinct. Your talents, experiences, and personality traits were carefully crafted to equip you for a specific purpose. When you compare yourself to others, you are essentially questioning the wisdom and intentionality behind your own creation. You are looking at someone else's journey, which you were never meant to walk, and measuring yourself by standards that were never meant for you. This not only diminishes your confidence, but also blinds you to the opportunities and blessings that are uniquely yours. Comparison often stems from a scarcity mindset, the belief that there is not enough success, love, or happiness to go around. This mindset creates competition where there should be collaboration, and envy where there should be inspiration. But the truth is, the success of another person does not diminish your potential. There is more than enough room for everyone to thrive because each person's journey is unique. When you recognize this, you free yourself from the need to compete and instead focus on fulfilling your purpose. One of the most harmful aspects of comparison is that it distorts your perspective. You see the highlight reel of someone else's life, but compare it to the behind-the-scenes reality of your own. This is an unfair and unrealistic comparison because it ignores the struggles, sacrifices, and challenges that others face. Everyone has their own battles, even if they are not visible. When you focus on others, you risk undervaluing your own progress and blessings. Gratitude is the antidote to this mindset. It shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. Overcoming the habit of comparison requires intentionality. It begins with recognizing your triggers and redirecting your thoughts. When you find yourself comparing, ask yourself why. What is it about the other person's life that makes you feel inadequate? Often the answer lies in an unmet desire or insecurity within yourself. Use this awareness as an opportunity to grow. Instead of envying others, let their success inspire you to pursue your own goals with greater determination. Another key to breaking free from comparison is to celebrate your own progress. Take time to reflect on how far you've come, the challenges you've overcome, and the growth you've experienced. When you focus on your own journey, you cultivate a sense of pride and accomplishment that leaves little room for envy. Remember, life is not a race, but a personal journey. Your pace, path, and destination are yours alone, and comparing them to someone else's is like judging a fish by its ability to climb a tree. Finally, comparison loses its power when you embrace the truth of your unique design. When you understand that you were created for a specific purpose that only you can fulfill, you no longer feel the need to measure yourself against others. Instead, you focus on developing your gifts, pursuing your goals, and living a life that aligns with your values and purpose. This perspective not only frees you from the chains of comparison, but also empowers you to live authentically, confidently, and with gratitude for the person you were created to be. The power of words cannot be overstated. What you speak over yourself has the ability to shape your reality, for words are not mere sounds or thoughts, they are forces that carry weight and create impact. Every word you utter plants a seed in your mind, and over time these seeds take root and manifest in your life. This is why it is so critical to speak positively about yourself. When you speak words of affirmation, encouragement, and belief, you are reinforcing the truth of who you are and the potential that lies within you. In contrast, negative self-talk and words of doubt chip away at your confidence and keep you trapped in a cycle of insecurity. Most people underestimate the influence their words have on their own lives. They may speak encouragingly to others, but when it comes to themselves, their words are filled with criticism, fear, and doubt. They say things like, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, or I'm a failure. These words carry a weight far heavier than they realize. The moment you speak them, they are not just expressions of thought, they become agreements with the negative beliefs you hold about yourself. And once these agreements are made, they shape your behavior and outlook. The more you speak negatively, the more you begin to believe in those limitations, and you unknowingly lock yourself into a state of defeat. Speaking positively about yourself is not about delusion or denial. It is about recognizing your true worth, potential, and capacity for growth. When you affirm your value, when you speak of your strengths and your resilience, you activate a sense of confidence that propels you forward. Every positive word you speak about yourself is like a declaration of your capabilities and your commitment to your own growth. It sets the stage for new possibilities and opens your mind to opportunities that you would otherwise miss if you were trapped in self-doubt. To speak positively is to partner with your own greatness. It is to align your words with your purpose, believing in your ability to fulfill the calling that has been placed on your life. Every time you speak positively about yourself, you strengthen your belief in your capacity to succeed, to overcome obstacles, and to make a meaningful impact. Your words are declarations of who you are and who you are becoming. They are an invitation to the universe to align with the truth of your potential. This process of speaking positively is not a one-time action, but a continuous practice. Every day you must renew your mind with words of encouragement. You must tell yourself that you are enough, that you are capable, that you are worthy of success and happiness. When doubt arises, counter it with affirmations of strength and victory. When you face challenges, speak words of resilience and perseverance. The more you speak these truths over yourself, the more they will become your reality. In addition, the power of your words extends beyond yourself. When you speak positively about yourself, you set a standard for how others treat you. People will begin to see you the way you see yourself. If you speak with confidence and assert your worth, others will follow suit. Your words teach the world how to value and respect you. On the other hand, if you constantly speak negatively, you unknowingly invite others to disregard you and diminish your value. This is why it is crucial to be intentional with your words, not just in private, but in all your interactions. Speaking positively about yourself is also an act of faith. It requires you to envision your future, to declare your potential, even when your current circumstances do not reflect it. It's easy to speak negatively when things are tough, but to speak positively in the midst of adversity is to act in faith, to trust that your words have the power to create a new reality. This requires courage, but it is this very courage that fuels transformation. The more you embrace the power of a positive speech, the more you will see the alignment of your thoughts, words, and actions. When your inner dialogue is consistent with your outer expression, you become unstoppable. You stop waiting for external validation because you have already declared to yourself that you are enough, that you are capable, and that you will succeed. Your words will no longer be just sounds, they will be powerful forces of creation. Speak life into your dreams, speak strength into your challenges, speak victory into your struggles. The more you declare who you are, the more you will see it manifested in your life. The journey to living in your full potential begins with the realization that your purpose is the driving force behind everything you do. It is the compass that guides your decisions, aligns your actions, and fuels your passion. Without a clear sense of purpose, life can feel like a series of disconnected events lacking direction or meaning. Many people go through life without ever understanding the deeper reason for their existence, often living based on the expectations of others or societal standards. This can lead to a sense of emptiness or frustration as you find yourself chasing after things that don't truly fulfill you. Purpose, however, provides clarity and significance, transforming ordinary moments into extraordinary opportunities for growth and achievement. When you understand that you have a unique purpose, you begin to see every challenge, setback, and success in a new light. Challenges become opportunities to refine your character and strengthen your resolve. Successes are not just milestones, but affirmations that you are on the right path. Purpose gives you the ability to rise above life's distractions, to filter out the noise, and to stay focused on what truly matters. Without purpose, it is easy to become sidetracked by the demands of others, the pursuit of superficial goals, or the fear of failure. But when you know your purpose, you are grounded in the truth of why you exist, and you can navigate life with confidence and intentionality. The discovery of your purpose is a deeply personal process, one that requires reflection, courage, and patience. It cannot be dictated by external sources, it must come from within. This process often involves quieting the distractions of the world, external expectations, cultural pressures, and the opinions of others to listen to the inner voice that guides you. This inner voice is where your purpose resides, often speaking to you through passions, talents, desires, and experiences. When you pay attention to these, you begin to uncover the path that is uniquely yours. Living according to your purpose does not mean that you will not face difficulties or obstacles. In fact, purpose often brings with it significant challenges, as it requires you to rise above the limitations that society or your circumstances may impose. But the key is that these challenges are no longer seen as barriers, they become part of the process of fulfillment. When you are aligned with your purpose, you find the strength to push through adversity, to persist when the going gets tough, and to maintain your focus when others may doubt you. You see, challenges are not signs of failure, they are evidence that you are moving towards something greater. Purpose also gives you a sense of peace because it frees you from the need for validation from external sources. When you know why you're here, you stop seeking approval from others or comparing yourself to those around you. You understand that your worth is not contingent upon others' opinions or the outcomes of your efforts. Instead, your fulfillment comes from the internal satisfaction of knowing that you are on the right path, fulfilling the unique role that you were created for. Moreover, purpose connects you to something greater than yourself. It links your individual journey to a larger universal plan, whether it be the service of others, the development of your community, or the pursuit of a higher calling. This connection to something bigger than yourself gives your life depth and significance. You no longer live for fleeting pleasures or temporary accomplishments, but for a cause that transcends your personal desires. It is this higher purpose that sustains you through the ups and downs of life, and that gives you the strength to keep going when you feel weary or discouraged. As you step into the fullness of your purpose, you begin to realize that it is not a destination, but a journey, a continuous unfolding of your potential. You are always evolving, always growing, always becoming more of the person you were meant to be. Each new season of life brings with it a deeper understanding of your purpose, and each experience, good or bad, adds to the richness of your journey. This ongoing process of growth and discovery is what makes life exciting and meaningful. It is through this process that you become more aligned with your true self, shedding the false identities and expectations that no longer serve you. Ultimately, living with purpose empowers you to make an impact. When you live with intention and clarity, you influence others by example. Your life becomes a testimony of what is possible when one is fully committed to living authentically and with purpose. Others will see your resilience, your focus, and your unwavering commitment, and they will be inspired to pursue their own paths with the same conviction. Your purpose not only transforms you, but it has the potential to transform the lives of those around you, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond your own immediate circle. In conclusion, when you live with purpose, you are no longer merely existing, you are actively creating a life of meaning, fulfillment, and impact. Purpose allows you to navigate life with clarity, strength, and determination. It removes the uncertainty and confusion that often plague people and replaces it with confidence and direction. The key to living fully is not in chasing after external achievements or accolades, but in recognizing the inherent purpose that lies within you. Once you discover and commit to living out that purpose, you will find that everything in your life aligns in such a way that success, fulfillment, and peace naturally follow. Living with a sense of purpose requires the courage to overcome fear, fear of failure, fear of judgment, and most importantly, fear of stepping into the unknown. Fear often presents itself as a barrier to progress, a voice that tells you that you are not ready, not equipped, or not worthy of success. But the truth is that fear is an illusion, a product of your mind, and it thrives on doubt and uncertainty. Fear will always try to keep you in your comfort zone, telling you that the safest path is to remain where you are, to avoid challenges, and to stick to what is familiar. However, if you choose to listen to that voice, you will never experience the fullness of what you were created for. To live purposefully, you must first confront the fact that fear is a natural part of the journey. It is not something to avoid or dismiss, but something to acknowledge and overcome. Everyone who has ever accomplished anything meaningful has faced fear at some point. The difference between those who succeed and those who remain stuck is their ability to act in spite of their fear. Fear does not disappear when you step into your purpose. Rather, it transforms. The more you push past your fears, the less power they hold over you. Fear is often tied to a false belief that you are not enough, that you lack the qualities needed to succeed. It tells you that you do not have the strength, the skills, or the wisdom to face the challenges ahead. But the reality is that fear does not define your abilities. It only highlights the places where you are being asked to grow. When you step into new territories, you will naturally encounter fear. This is not a sign that you are incapable. It is a sign that you are stretching beyond your current limitations. In fact, fear is often a signal that you are on the right path. It is a natural response to change and growth, and it points to the areas in your life where you need to take action, where you are being called to expand. Rather than letting fear hold you back, let it propel you forward. Understand that fear and excitement often feel the same in the body. What you perceive as fear can also be a source of energy that fuels your drive and determination. The key is not to be paralyzed by fear, but to use it as motivation to take the next step. As you continue to move forward, you will find that fear loses its power the more you face it. When you take action despite feeling afraid, you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Each step forward builds your confidence, and each experience, no matter how challenging, becomes evidence that you are equipped to fulfill your purpose. Over time, you will see fear for what it truly is: a tool for growth. A signal that you are stepping into something new and expanding into the person you are meant to be. Another aspect of fear that holds people back is the fear of judgment from others. The opinions and perceptions of others can be incredibly powerful, especially when we are uncertain about our own path. But living for the approval of others is a trap that keeps you from pursuing your true purpose. The truth is that no one else can fully understand your calling or your journey. People may try to impose their views or expectations on you, but their judgment is based on their own experiences, not yours. If you allow their voices to dictate your actions, you are living according to someone else's narrative, not your own. To break free from this fear of judgment, you must find the courage to trust your own instincts and to live authentically. Understand that your journey is yours alone, and you are the one who will face the consequences of not following your purpose. When you begin to live according to your truth, you stop seeking approval from others and start trusting that the people who are meant to support you will show up at the right time. Not everyone will understand or appreciate the choices you make, but those who are meant to be part of your journey will respect your courage and your commitment to your purpose. Living fearlessly does not mean the absence of fear. It means acting in spite of it. It means understanding that fear is a temporary emotion, but the results of overcoming it are permanent. Each time you confront fear, you build a stronger foundation for success. Each time you choose to act in the face of uncertainty, you move closer to the person you were created to become. And when you look back on your life, you will realize that the moments when you felt most afraid were often the moments when you grew the most. Fear does not diminish your potential. It reveals the areas where your greatest growth lies. In the end, the key to living purposefully is not to avoid fear, but to move through it. Fear will always be present, but your willingness to face it head on will determine your success. You must be willing to step into the unknown, take risks, and embrace the discomfort that comes with growth. Only then will you experience the fullness of your potential and live the life you were destined to lead. To live fully in your purpose and unlock your true potential, you must become intentional about your environment, the people you surround yourself with, the spaces you inhabit, and the energies you allow into your life play a significant role in shaping who you are and who you will become. Your environment has the power to either nourish or drain your energy, to inspire your growth or hinder your progress. Therefore, it is essential to create an environment that supports your goals, aligns with your purpose, and helps you cultivate the mindset and habits necessary for success. The first aspect of your environment that demands attention is the people you allow into your inner circle. Not everyone in your life will have the capacity to support or encourage your journey. While you may have love and respect for everyone, you must recognize that not all relationships are conducive to your growth. Some people, whether intentionally or unknowingly, will limit your potential. They may project their own fears, doubts, or insecurities onto you, causing you to second-guess your path or question your abilities. It is important to distinguish between relationships that empower you and those that drain you. Surrounding yourself with people who share your values, who support your dreams, and who challenge you to be better is crucial to your success. These individuals will not just cheer you on, but will provide the wisdom, encouragement, and accountability you need to stay focused on your purpose. They will hold you to a higher standard and push you to rise above your limitations. In contrast, toxic relationships, those filled with negativity, jealousy, or resentment, will only distract you from your true calling. They will keep you trapped in a cycle of self-doubt and hinder your ability to manifest the greatness that lies within you. It is essential to evaluate your relationships regularly and to let go of those that no longer serve your purpose. This is not about cutting people off in a harsh or unloving way, but about recognizing when a relationship has reached its expiration date. You must make space for the people who align with your vision and who encourage you to grow into the best version of yourself. At times, this will require difficult decisions, but the investment in your personal growth will always be worth it. Your environment is not only about the people around you, it also includes the spaces you occupy. The places where you spend your time, your home, your office, your community should be a reflection of your values and aspirations. If you desire to live a life of clarity, peace, and focus, you must create spaces that promote these qualities. Your physical environment affects your mental and emotional state. A cluttered, disorganized space can create a sense of overwhelm, distraction, and confusion. On the other hand, a clean, ordered environment can bring a sense of peace, purpose, and calm. Take time to curate your surroundings in a way that reflects the energy you want to cultivate. If you are striving for success, surround yourself with objects, images, and people that inspire you to stay focused on your goals. A well-organized workspace, for example, can help you think more clearly and approach tasks with purpose. Your living space should be a sanctuary that rejuvenates your spirit and aligns with your vision for the future. When you create a physical environment that supports your mental and emotional well-being, you set the stage for greater productivity, creativity, and fulfillment. Beyond the physical environment, consider the energy that you allow to flow through your life. Everything has an energy, whether it is people, activities, or even media. The information and experiences you expose yourself to influence your mindset and shape your perception of the world. Therefore, it is important to be mindful of what you consume physically, mentally, and emotionally. If you fill your mind with negativity, fear, or doubt through the media you consume or the conversations you engage in, you will find it difficult to stay focused on your purpose. Negative influences can cloud your judgment and distract you from your true path. To protect and enhance your environment, choose wisely what you expose yourself to. Seek out books, podcasts, courses, and conversations that expand your knowledge, inspire your creativity, and strengthen your belief in yourself. Align yourself with sources of positivity and wisdom that encourage growth and transformation. Likewise, be intentional about the conversations you engage in and the people you allow to speak into your life. Engage in dialogues that challenge your thinking, expand your horizons, and uplift your spirit. In addition to being selective about your external environment, it is equally important to nurture your inner environment, the state of your mind and spirit. Your internal world sets the tone for how you interact with the external world. If your mind is filled with self-doubt, insecurity, or negativity, it will be impossible to create a thriving, purposeful environment around you. This is why cultivating a positive, empowered mindset is essential. You must train yourself to think with intention, to focus on solutions rather than problems, and to adopt a mindset of abundance and possibility. The practice of self-care, meditation, and reflection is vital for maintaining a healthy inner environment. Taking time each day to center yourself, clear your mind, and reconnect with your purpose is essential. When you take the time to nurture your inner world, you become better equipped to handle external challenges, to stay focused on your goals, and to radiate positivity to those around you. The environment you create, both internally and externally, is a powerful catalyst for the fulfillment of your purpose. It determines the energy you bring to each day and the opportunities you attract into your life. When you are intentional about the people, spaces, and influences you allow into your life, you actively participate in your own transformation. You set yourself up for success by creating a supportive ecosystem that encourages your growth and progress. Ultimately, the environment you build will reflect the life you are living. If you want to live a life of abundance, success, and fulfillment, you must first create an environment that fosters those qualities. It is not enough to wait for external circumstances to change. You must take responsibility for your environment and make the necessary adjustments to align it with your vision for the future. Your environment is a powerful tool. Use it wisely, and it will serve as a foundation for the life you are destined to lead. To truly understand the depth of your potential and to step fully into your purpose, you must first acknowledge the power of discipline and consistency. Success is not built on sporadic bursts of effort or fleeting moments of inspiration. It is forged through the daily commitment to your goals, the steady, consistent actions that align with your higher vision. Discipline is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be, the force that propels you forward even when the path seems unclear or the challenges seem insurmountable. Without discipline, even the best intentions are useless. It is only through the habitual practice of discipline that you can transform your aspirations into reality. Discipline is not just about willpower, it is about developing habits that support your growth and sustain your focus over time. It is the ability to show up every day, regardless of the circumstances, and to take the necessary steps toward your goals, no matter how small they may seem. Every successful person, no matter their field, has honed the ability to stay consistent in their efforts. They have learned that it is not the grand gestures, but the repeated actions, those small, seemingly insignificant steps that accumulate over time to produce monumental results. In the beginning, discipline may feel burdensome. It may seem as though the effort required to keep moving forward outweighs the reward. You may encounter days when you question the value of your work, when the results are not immediately visible, or when the road ahead seems impossibly long. This is the point at which many people give up or lose faith in their potential. But true discipline is born in these moments. It is in the face of uncertainty and struggle that discipline proves its worth. It teaches you that the journey is just as important as the destination, and that each step, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. Discipline requires sacrifice. It means choosing long-term rewards over short-term gratification, and it demands that you prioritize your goals over distractions. It means saying no to the things that do not align with your purpose, even when they seem enticing or comfortable. In this world full of distractions, the temptation to stray from your path will be ever present. But to reach your highest potential, you must cultivate the strength to remain focused on what matters most. Discipline helps you to resist the lure of convenience, to avoid falling into the trap of instant pleasure, and to stay committed to the work that truly matters. The process of discipline is not just about controlling yourself, it is about creating an environment of empowerment and growth. When you commit to discipline, you are giving yourself permission to evolve. You are telling yourself that your future is worth the investment of your present energy. You are choosing to align your actions with your highest aspirations, knowing that each moment of effort builds upon the next. Through consistent action, you form a mindset that expects progress, and this mindset becomes a powerful force that shapes your life. Consistency, too, plays a vital role in this process. Discipline cannot exist without consistency, and without consistency, discipline cannot achieve its intended results. Consistency is what ensures that you continue showing up day after day, even when it feels hard. It is the practice of doing what needs to be done, even when your motivation wanes, when you face setbacks, or when the results are not immediately apparent. Consistency builds momentum, and over time, momentum builds mastery. It is the consistent, repeated effort that allows you to improve your skills, deepen your understanding, and create lasting success. It is through consistency that you begin to see the fruits of your labor. The effort you put in today may not pay off immediately, but if you stay the course, you will begin to notice shifts, small changes in your attitude, your skills, and your mindset. These incremental improvements, compounded over time, lead to significant transformation. Just as a small seed, when watered, consistently grows into a towering tree, your consistent efforts will yield results that far exceed what you initially imagined. Another critical aspect of discipline is the ability to remain focused on the process, not just the outcome. It's easy to become fixated on the end goal, to measure success solely by the tangible results you achieve. But true fulfillment comes from embracing the journey, from finding joy in the discipline itself. The process of growth, learning, and self-mastery is where the real rewards lie. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, on improving your character, honing your skills, and perfecting your craft, you shift the focus from the destination to the process. And in doing so, you find that the journey itself is the greatest reward. Moreover, discipline breeds resilience. Life will not always unfold as planned. There will be moments of disappointment, moments when the road seems too difficult to navigate, and moments when failure seems imminent. But discipline teaches you to persist in the face of adversity. It teaches you to keep going when you don't feel like it, to rise again when you fall, and to find the strength to continue despite setbacks. This resilience is what enables you to stay committed to your vision, even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. With discipline, failure is not a sign of defeat. It is simply a stepping stone to greater success. True discipline also involves self-awareness and self-regulation. It requires you to understand your own patterns of behavior, to know your strengths and weaknesses, and to be willing to adjust your actions to stay on course. Discipline is not about rigidly following a set of rules, but about being flexible enough to adapt when necessary while staying true to your ultimate vision. Self-discipline involves the ability to make choices that serve your long-term goals, rather than reacting impulsively to the distractions or pressures of the moment. In essence, discipline and consistency are the foundations of a life lived with purpose and fulfillment. They allow you to take control of your destiny, to shape your reality with intention, and to bring your vision to life. Without discipline, even the most powerful dreams remain out of reach. But when you commit to the daily practice of discipline, you unlock the limitless potential within you. You build a life of strength, resilience, and success, not because things are always easy, but because you have the unwavering commitment to keep moving forward no matter the obstacles in your path. And as you continue to practice discipline and consistency, you will realize that you are not just reaching for your goals, you are becoming the person who was always meant to achieve them. To fully realize your potential and to live a life that is both meaningful and impactful, you must embrace the power of self-reflection and introspection. This is not merely about looking back on your actions or past decisions, but engaging in a deep, honest evaluation of who you are, and where you are going. The process of self-reflection is vital for growth because it gives you the clarity and understanding needed to align your actions with your purpose. Without self-reflection, you run the risk of moving through life on autopilot, reacting to circumstances instead of responding with intention and purpose. Self-reflection is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. It involves taking the time to pause, to step outside of the rush of daily life, and to ask yourself the tough questions: what do I really want? Why do I want it? Am I living in alignment with my values? What has been holding me back, and how can I overcome it? It is only through this introspective practice that you begin to unravel the layers of who you are and uncover the truth of your desires, your fears, and your potential. When you take the time to reflect deeply, you gain insight into the forces that shape your decisions and actions, and you gain the wisdom to adjust course when necessary. At the heart of self-reflection is the ability to be brutally honest with yourself. It is easy to blame external circumstances, other people, or even the world around you for your challenges. But true growth begins when you take full responsibility for your life, when you stop pointing fingers and start looking inward. You must ask yourself, what role have I played in creating my current situation? What part of this experience can I control? And how can I change my approach? This is not about self-criticism or negative self-talk, but about cultivating the courage to face your truth and make the necessary adjustments to move forward. In moments of self-reflection, you may come to realize that some of the obstacles in your life are a result of limiting beliefs and self-imposed limitations. You may have internalized messages from the past, whether from your upbringing, societal expectations, or personal experiences that have led you to believe that you are not capable of achieving your dreams. These beliefs may have held you captive for years, preventing you from reaching your true potential. Through self-reflection, you gain the power to recognize these false narratives and rewrite them. You can replace fear with confidence, doubt with faith, and insecurity with strength. This process requires deep honesty and the willingness to confront the parts of yourself that are uncomfortable, but it is essential for breaking free from self-imposed limitations. Self-reflection also involves a willingness to acknowledge your successes and strengths. It is all too easy to focus on what you haven't achieved or what still needs to be done, but self-reflection requires that you also take stock of how far you've come. Celebrate the progress you've made, no matter how small it may seem. Reflect on the victories, the lessons learned, and the growth that has occurred along the way. This act of acknowledging your achievements is not about pride or arrogance, but about recognizing the effort, perseverance, and strength that have allowed you to reach this point. When you recognize your progress, it builds your confidence and reinforces the belief that you are capable of achieving even more in the future. However, self-reflection does not merely stop at acknowledging accomplishments. It also calls for you to reflect on the mistakes and failures you have encountered along the way. Failures are not a sign of weakness, but a natural part of the journey toward success. In fact, they are often the most valuable teachers you will encounter. Through self-reflection, you must be willing to examine these moments with objectivity and learn from them. What went wrong? What could have been done differently? How can these lessons be applied to future endeavors? Self-reflection allows you to extract wisdom from your failures, transforming them into stepping stones for growth. When you embrace failure as a necessary part of the journey, it no longer becomes something to fear, but an opportunity for learning and improvement. Self-reflection also involves a deep examination of your relationships with others. The people you associate with have a significant impact on your growth and well-being. Reflect on the nature of your relationships, both the ones that uplift and support you and the ones that drain or hinder your progress. Are the relationships you cultivate nourishing your potential, or are they keeping you stagnant? It is important to assess the dynamics of your personal and professional relationships regularly and to determine whether they are in alignment with your purpose. If certain relationships are toxic or misaligned with your vision, self-reflection provides the clarity needed to make difficult decisions. It may require you to distance yourself from people who are not supportive of your journey, or to create boundaries with individuals who bring negativity or chaos into your life. Recognizing the impact of your relationships on your growth empowers you to choose wisely and create a circle that is in alignment with your purpose. The process of self-reflection also entails a focus on your habits, your routines, and your daily choices. Your life is the sum of your habits. The small, repeated actions you take each day have a profound impact on your long-term success. Self-reflection helps you examine your daily habits and behaviors, allowing you to identify those that are aligned with your goals and those that are not. It is easy to fall into the trap of habits that are comfortable but ultimately counterproductive. By reflecting on your daily practices, you gain the awareness needed to replace unproductive habits with those that serve your highest aspirations. Whether it is a habit of procrastination, a tendency toward negative self-talk, or a lack of consistency in your efforts, self-reflection allows you to identify these patterns and take proactive steps to replace them with habits that support your growth. Self-reflection also requires a spiritual component, the ability to connect with your deeper self and your higher purpose. It involves asking questions such as, what is the true calling of my life? What is my legacy? What impact do I want to have on the world? This spiritual aspect of self-reflection goes beyond material success or personal achievement. It connects you to the greater purpose of your existence. By engaging in regular self-reflection, you begin to align your actions with a higher calling, and this connection fuels your motivation, clarity, and direction. It reminds you that your journey is not just about personal success, but about contributing to the greater good and living in harmony with your deeper values. The practice of self-reflection is a transformative process that empowers you to live authentically, make intentional choices, and continuously evolve into the best version of yourself. It requires courage, vulnerability, and commitment to personal growth. By embracing self-reflection, you unlock the clarity and insight needed to navigate life's challenges with wisdom and resilience. Through honest introspection, you gain the power to align your actions with your purpose, break free from limiting beliefs, and cultivate the habits that will propel you towards success. In this way, self-reflection becomes the key to unlocking your fullest potential, guiding you on the path to a life of fulfillment, impact, and lasting success. When you act like you are enough, you stop chasing approval and start living with purpose. You walk with dignity, make bold decisions, and inspire others to do the same. Let this mindset become your foundation, because the truth is you've always been enough. It's time to live like it.